We definitely need to check out all of the back to school supplies right now over at Target. Hey, you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet, and I love school supplies. And I love showing you what I am finding in the stores. So in today's video, we're going over to Target. I'm going to show you some of my favorite finds and maybe some deals too. Let's go to Target to do some back to school shopping. We are in the middle of the back to school shopping season, and Target is filled with all the things back to school, lots of school supplies. There are a lot of deals to be found. I found a whole bunch of Mondo Llama and Crayola crayons, colored pencils, and markers, all for under $1. But I'm going to do an entire video about back to school deals, so look for that coming soon. I'm going to hit up a couple stores to find all of the cheapest school supplies. But for this video, I really wanted to highlight some of my favorites that I found at Target, some things to look out for, maybe something unique and different, and some of the favorite things that I personally like. I have shown you all the teacher stuff and all of the learning stuff in a previous video, so I'm going to put that up in the corner and you can watch that one too. Lots of good finds for that. You're definitely going to want to watch it if you like all of the classroom and teacher finds. All right, let me show you some of my favorite finds, starting off with this practice writing board. I love this one, that it comes with the markers and the erasers. And speaking of dry erase boards, I do like all of the different styles that they have at Target right now. You can find so many different sizes. You can find some with cork boards, pre-printed calendars on them. These are great for home use, classroom use, dorm room use, all of the above. Some of them are magnetic and would fit in a locker. I like these here because you can compartmentalize them and put them on a wall with other cork boards. Then I wanted to show you a little bit in the tech section. I think this section is really great because there's a lot of things that will help contain all of those techie things, the cables and the actual devices themselves. And I love how they look. They look so nice and so pretty. I definitely like the cord management things and the little pouches to hold all of those little pieces that are going to get lost if you don't contain them. All right, let's head over to the backpacks. There are so many, I can't possibly even show you all, so I'm just kind of skimming over them. I did want to point out that Champion does have a backpack line there too with matching lunchboxes, and these are like big lunchboxes. They're great for adult size. And they have the JanSport, as they always do every year. This year they have some corduroy ones and some really pretty colors and some prints. The JanSports ones do have some lunchboxes to match some of them as well, like these pattern ones here with the strawberries or the lavender one too. They do have some really cute patterns. I do like the strawberries, but the little bows on this one over here are also really adorable. And of course, you know, I like the purple one too. A lot of fun and cute. You can really find something that suits your personality. Okay, we're gonna scan over to the ones for younger kids, the ones with all of the characters and licensed things on them. These are coming like in big packages of multiple pieces with headphones, with water bottles, with pencil boxes and lunch boxes that attach to it. Some people like these. Your child will probably really like it if there's a character or theme they like. Some people say these only last a year and they start ripping, so I don't know. The verdict's out. What you're gonna do, get all the pieces for cheap and have it last a year, or buy something a little bit more substantial that's gonna last a longer time. Truth be told, I have done it both ways and I really don't think there is a wrong way. Look at this bluey one with the pencil pouch. Now that is just really, really cute. If you don't get one that comes with a lunchbox, you're definitely gonna wanna look at the lunchbox section. They do have a lot of bento boxes as they did last year. These patterns do match some of the other backpacks and supplies that they have. They even have accessories to go with these, like these reusable pouches. There are two different sizes of these bento boxes. One is a little bit smaller, and then they have the deluxe, which is this one that I'm showing you right now. They are at different price points. Let's move on to some of the writing supplies. Definitely like these larger packages of school supplies. These Sharpie highlighters are 20 count, it's $10.99. You can also find the Papermate Inkjoy, the Flair, there's Expo markers, and there's also pencils. The thing about these is that last year they were $10, so they have increased $1, but you can also find some of these over at Walmart, and they're actually on clearance at Walmart, so you can get a much better deal. But if you can't find them, they're here as well. Then let's look at some of the fun kind of markers that they have. I found this box of doodlers. Up here we have some Zebra mild liner pens, 15 count. Sharpie even has their package of S notes out in a couple of different size packages. The friction pens, which are erasable and very popular, are also available in these larger packages too. Now is the time to get those bonus packages because they usually don't have them throughout the year. Moving on to the school planners, there were a lot. I couldn't possibly show you all of them, but I'm going to just kind of leaf through a few of them. They have different sizes, which I think is a nice option, different covers that fit your personality, and I do like that they have a little bit of something for everybody, including the standard 5-star ones. They even had mead. There was a whole bunch of different ones. So definitely check these if you're in need of a student planner. This one is as big as a notebook, which would work really well in a binder if it had holes, but it doesn't. So you'll have to put that inside something else. And speaking of binders, they had a lot of those, but they do have the zipper binder pouches, which would be similar to a Trapper Keeper, but not quite, a little bit different. They have the name brand case it. I also found the 5-star one, which I think is excellent quality. And you can even find this in the Up and Up brand, which is probably going to be considerably cheaper. This is the blue one right here, is the Up and Up brand. A big theme this year is definitely gummy bears. I've seen gummy bears in just about every single type of supply. U Brands has an amazing line in Target as well. There are some of it in Walmart, and they just have some really pretty colors. They do have some licensed characters in school supplies. This time I found Marvel in notebooks and pens and pencils. They do seem to cost a little bit more though. We also have Star Wars, and then all these pencil pouches up here, Barbie, and also Harry Potter. The thing that was interesting is that there's still a lot of this left, particularly in my store, which makes me think that maybe Barbie is going out and Harry Potter isn't as popular as it was. Usually these are sold out pretty fast. That was just surprising. Over in the notebooks, you're always going to find all kinds of different designs on the covers. You do pay more for the designs. There's those gummy bears again in a spiral notebook, but they do have some really fun designs. A lot of these were $3.25, where you can get a plain cover for like 50 cents or less in other places. But I did want to show you a few of the different ones because sometimes a special notebook is nice. Most of these were wide ruled. There were a few college ruled, and I definitely like this one up here on the top shelf, the 5-star mead one. It's really pretty because yes, it's purple. Over to some of the pens that they had. I wanted to point out these, which I thought are really cool. They're the G2 Pilot pens, and they come in different shades of one color. This time I found the purple one. I also saw these over at Walmart, and here is the pink selection. I think that's really fun if you love those colors. Then we have some aesthetic pens too, which will go really good if you have that kind of vibe going on. Moving on to the pencil boxes and pencil cases, we have these smaller ones, which I particularly like. I like that they can stack and they fit a lot. They do come in a couple of different colors, although I personally prefer a clear option. My store didn't have this size in clear, but they did have these larger ones that are from Sterilite, which you know is a really great company and brand. They had that one in 2 colors. And of course the viral pencil cases that have the zippered hard case shell to it. Big argument on the internet whether or not these are worth it or not, but they have those in several different colors and they're really popular. I did see a different size in another store, but they sell so fast. And then the pencil pouches that would go into a binder. I kind of like this one here with the mesh. I thought that was a pretty nice style. They came in a couple of different colors as well. There are so many different kinds of pencil pouches, except you really want to make sure that it has a really good zipper and it's not going to break. I think that's really important. Also, a standard find that normally is just 99 cents is now $2.99. This little zip up one is not worth $3. Don't get that. That's horrible. Not worth it. If you want to decorate these little bags, they have so many different adhesive patches. They also have charms. These can go on backpacks as well, just to make something a little bit more fun and personalized. These are pretty popular right now. I do think that these accordion file folders are so nice to store papers and things from the school year. So many different ways you can organize with them, and they had a lot of different fun covers and styles. U Brands has a few in there too, like this rainbow one here at the end. If you have a child that needs a locker or is going to have a locker, they have locker accessories, just your standard ones like magnets. They have these cherries and these flowers. They also have the pencil cup sets that come with a mirror and some magnets and a dry erase pen. I think that's a really good option. They also had that locker rug, which is completely useless and just decorative, as well as the locker lamp down here at the bottom. They do have a really big selection of locker shelves. I'm always a fan of the first day and last day of school signs that you can fill in every single year and take pictures. So if you haven't gotten one of those, they do have a few. This one's a really good one too, where you will journal all of the school years of your child as they go through each grade, places to put pictures and to just store mementos. This one goes kindergarten through 12th grade. A little bit of highlighters right now. I wanted to point out these really pretty ones down here. They're glitter highlighters, although there's some from Dollar Tree that I'm going to be trying out. This is a really pretty set right here. I do like the Clearview Sharpie ones in both thick and thin. Ticonderoga has some really pretty pencil sets. Here's a 10-pack in the stripe. They also have the My First pencils in a 4-pack, which is probably a better deal than the 2-pack over at Dollar Tree. They have them in black and then also in the neon colors. Package of erasers in pencil topper and block. And then of course the packages of pencils. You can get these in several different counts. Highly recommend these and get extra for the year. And then what is a Target back to school supply run without looking at all of the things that you don't need at all? This time it's the Smiley face collection, and they had it all. They really did. Every little cute smiley face you can possibly think of. And of course I love this notebook with the dry erase cover. That's just fun. In the lunch supplies, I did talk about the bento boxes, but over in this section they have a few more little lunch supplies that are really great. I do like the ice packs. Those are really useful, and they have the sandwich cutters. A lot of this stuff is on sale right now as I'm filming this too, so you might want to check out your store to see if anything has been marked down. Then we have the water bottles. The Owala bottles are really stocked in all sorts of different colors and sizes, and then this whole entire row is filled with water bottles. They have the Zach brands. I like the little colors that they come in this year, and the handles. They also have the simple modern ones, which are metal, so if you prefer that versus the plastic, that's an option. And then an entire little section filled with all kinds of accessories for your water bottles, including pouches and charms. And for lunch boxes, I'm going to just pan over here and not really point too many of them out so you can get an idea. Right now you can see there's a big sign right now that all of these are on sale. And then I ran into this section that says it's a guided art meditation kit. They had it right here with the back to school supplies. They're little art kits, and I just thought they were interesting. I hadn't seen them before. They come with markers and you do a little bit of dot art. They also have these lava pens that are scented, and you can visually see them and just smell them. They had some highlighters that were scented as well in all sorts of different colors. Very curious to these and how they work. I might take one and try it over on my Diamonds Are for Painting YouTube channel and Instagram, TikTok, just to see how they work, because they look kind of fun. Might be a fun after school activity to do. If you like this video, I have a whole playlist of more back to school videos that you can go watch. I'll put that up on the screen next, and I will see you over there. So make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this, and give me a thumbs up to show your love.